Sriram Raghavan. He's the CEO at Comat Technologies, which is, of course, looking into the implementation of UID in rural areas in Karnataka. They are intensively involved with the project. Sriram, thanks so much for speaking to us. As someone who's working with the project developers, what really are the challenges that such a massive scale project faces, especially in a country like India, which is a billion-plus population?
The challenges for a project like the UID are many. The first being, just having to go and enroll so many people would require a lot of trained manpower across the country. And that means training, finding training, recruiting them and keeping them for a long time to do this monotonous job day in, day out. The second thing is technology. I mean, we have to ensure that the biometrics technology that we acquire, and then the software that's required for all this to work, all this happens very well, because this whole UID is based on a guarantee that there will be no duplicates. That means the technology has to work. So that's another a task, but I think it can be overcome.
Right, Sriram, but the project won't be mandatory for every citizen to take it up. Just to get your viewpoint as someone who's working on it, you're of course looking after the technical aspect. Just tell us, according to you, can such a project be a success if it's not made mandatory?
I think making something mandatory has a lot of positives and negatives. But I like the way UID's approached this problem. They have talked about making it voluntary, but they're basically saying, look, if you need to get a service, and should that service provider, in this case, let's say it's getting a mobile phone connection or getting a passport or getting a ration card, should that service provider here, be it a government department, need you to have a UID before they can give you that service, then you should go and get yourself a service. Sure, but what it also does, I think, is that because of the nature and the power of the UID, which will ensure a positive identity, I think a lot of people will go and get this. I think they'll get it because there will be one or the other touch point in them getting this.
Right, Sriram, thanks so much for joining us. Sriram Raghavan over there from Comat Technologies.
Located 70 kilometers from Bangalore, Chellur village and its people have little knowledge that their names will be among the first for the much-awaited Unique Identification project. Chellur is one of the 2 villages in Karnataka selected for the pilot project to test the reliability of the biometric data and the technology. Dry runs have begun and people are queuing up to give their proof of identity. Gyanesh, the Tahsildar of the entire district, says despite the initial slow response, villagers are now increasingly enthusiastic to share their details.
Chellur village have planned for about 2,000 to 2,500 people. So Tumkur district, right now it's going on with the Chellur and Bukkapatna village of Shira Taluk. So they have even planned for another 3 taluks also. In all, for Tumkur district, we are planning somewhere around 10 to 12,000 people for the pilot run itself.
In addition to technological challenges, Gyanesh has to ensure that the local panchayat bodies cooperate with the field trials. Along with basic details from the ration card, UID officials are also taking fingerprints along with photographs of the iris to ensure non-duplication of identity.
This might just be the first of the 2 dry runs that are being conducted to collect proof of identity, but people are seeming enthusiastic and are queuing up to give their finger imprints and all the other needed details. But with the second dry run likely to happen after 2 months, it might take some time for them to get their unique identification numbers.
In addition to Tumkur, Mysore will also get its UID numbers as part of the pilot project in Karnataka. Head of the UID project in Karnataka, M.N. Vidyashankar, says he expects to start issuing the UID numbers by August 2010 in these districts.
Once we complete Tumkur and Mysore districts by December of 2010, the entire state of Karnataka would be put on board starting January of 2011, and we will be covering the entire state by December of 2011. That is the roadmap we have planned for Karnataka state.
Not just Karnataka, but the same pilot will be replicated in Andhra Pradesh and Bihar. Local authorities say many villagers are not aware of the true benefits of the UID number, and Nandan Nilekane's team needs to do more to increase awareness, especially in the villages. With Asha Kiran in Tumkur, Anitya Kumar, Bloomberg UTV, Mumbai.